Hey, I'm Big B and I Brick. Welcome to another of my weekly vlogs, Shane Pile opening, and just general whatever. I'm gonna start off the week with, hello, how are you? Um, do you guys remember I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, a year ago, when somebody was just like, Big B's going bald? And not about the hair cutting. Like afterwards, there was like these crazy rumors flying around about how I actually had shaved my head because I was going bald. Okay. Uh, Anyways, how is everybody doing tonight? To be perfectly honest, we had what's possibly a subpar week. Uh, not being necessarily a bad thing. That's just being how nature is. And I'm saying this only reflecting upon it as a business aspect of it, not a personal side of anything. First question though is if you guys in the comments watching this video later on, how is the video or the audio on this after adding in the microphone? It's not necessarily something that I would consider to be comfortable. But if it improves the quality, it means I don't have to wear a headset or look like Janet Jackson microphone, or I guess in my case, it would be more appropriate Britney Spears. Apologies if whatever. People are sensitive. And to be honest with you, Janet's my generation. So let's see. Anyways, sorry, digression, bringing back. We've been going ridiculously stupid on the shame piles. I've been essentially just feeding the beast being my daughter, and she's gone to town. All right, we're gonna try this again. I don't know if you guys had fun with the other thing, with the other camera aspect of this or not. Just having fun, whatevering. Just I can call this the Aki. Sure, there's nothing questionable. I'll let all the secrets out. But there's sorting station 1. I would naturally call it sorting station alpha, but I think somebody's already got that coined. I don't want to be accused of thievery. We've got the water bottles, recycling box. I swear, if you didn't know us, this would look really bad as far as the setup for the kids. That is not tipping. That is the store back there, but. And we're looking the shelf. We're pretty much out. I've got a couple upstairs, but that means that I'm pretty much set up for the summer. Reason being is during the summer, I'll have both kids full days, all time, 100%, etc. And pardon me, there won't be time. There will not be time in my day to do these types of things. And when there is time, I wanted to find the most productive way for that is. And the most productive thing is me putting it into the store and categorizing it and cataloging it, indexing, etc. Any computer-wise and up. That's me and only me. The sorting side of it, let's just call that a low-end spectrum job. So the kids can accomplish it and they enjoy it. They sit down here, they sing little songs that they make up, a lot of unicorn rainbow stuff. Daddy works, we talk, we chat, questions. I know it comes across in pictures as being very child laborish, but it's really not. It's hanging with dad. And I probably shouldn't make awful jokes about how if somebody gets punished by a parent, it's one of the punishments going to be separating the visors and the cutlasses. Though it may be a reality, some people might take it as the out of context. You know, in lieu of something that's actually harsh, you have to do something tedious to, you know, make up for whatever you did, whether it be kicking your brother in the back of the neck or anything else that may have happened yesterday or may not have, depending upon the story. Anyways, it just seems weird is that people would, outside of jokingly, actually, you know, start digging in on something like that. Anyways, I don't think that any of those people actually have kids, so that might be another point to consider myself. Anyways, I'm rambling. Let's see. We have we're gonna have a pre-recorded seller stream this week, and that's because we have we're doing the Bricklink show during normal business hours to make it more beneficial for them. So what we're doing is I'm gonna probably be asking for questions here, there, anywhere else about the processes, questions, comments for the administrative staff of Bricklink. We received a couple before that I will be asking them, and then probably going to kind of contact them tonight since it's still early on that coast and see if it's all right if I, or if they rather, make a post to the forum on Bricklink itself to ask for questions. I'd much rather they do it, but I know it's more appropriate if I do it. Anyways, sorry, I'm a chicken. Those guys in the forum over Bricklink can be harsh, man. Mean. I'm kidding. But that's the reputation they have. And I probably shouldn't. I should pass along that that's a joke to people that don't realize that. So we dug this out. Shame pile of the week. And I pulled it out and I was like, damn, like that whole corner there is just trashed in. That's terrible. And then I'm feeling it and I'm realizing that's the same tape as the original packaging tape. Which means the corner of this box had to have been destroyed while it was still with the original person. And they actually taped up a nastied up box like this, which is free from the post office, and sent that instead of getting another one. But that's why we won't be getting into the we won't be touching on the name of the seller tonight. Because there had to be a good reason for that. Always good to get paper, and I don't mind these normally. Those are good normally. Paper, not so much. Paper weighs. So for those of you that like to see the brick as it comes in, this just seems to be bagged by color. So it's just all the black and all the dark bluish gray. And in this one, we have all the rest of the dark bluish gray, the flesh, Greens and reds. Some greens and reds. Here we have some whites, some LBGs, some reddish browns, some greens. So bagged by color. And then the question before was if I'll find a $30 brick in one of these boxes. Oh no, man, that box was definitely taped before it even hit USPS. There's so much tape on that thing. It's the same as what has sealed it. It's not the USPS uses tape that says priority on it to repair their mistakes because it's free. And so score. And then there is a jaw. Boom. So whatever the mismatch of all this as it looks, you know, it is what it is. What it is, what it is. And it's a little mini architecture set. Normally, you know, and I know that I do on occasion 5 lots to a bag, but that's usually a maximum of like 5 or 6 elements for those lots. The rest of them are all bagged individually. This has got like 35 studs, a bunch of, that's lazy. And what else is lazy is, had I opened this up, I probably would be like, all right, well, it was a good price, but you know, there was a lot of work involved in this. And you know, you at home may be like, well, there's a lot of work involved in parting out a Lego set. Yes, but that was the point of trying this experiment, was to avoid that, to avoid getting those parts and pieces and its and bits that, in my mind, and looking and studying other people's stores, was just the crap. You know, it was the stuff that just sat there, and that was before I knew about breakpoints. But you know, anyways, let's take a look at it on paper. I wouldn't order it again. And I ordered 2 more times from those people, and I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it if I had known what the inside of the box looked like. So lesson learned. There's possibly 2 more of these back in the closet. And that's my dilemma. All right. Control A, Control G. Always collect it if you have broadband, I guess. Maybe not. Maybe that puts a tax on Bricklink, but whatever. It still does. Anytime anybody uses the website, this actually uses a database which saves on bandwidth, so I don't see a problem with it. I'm going to do it that way until I'm told not to. All right, so... Damn it, I didn't even talk about the pre's. Sorry. Gotta do that to do this. Gotta keep secrets secret. All right, so 174, 1746. So basically a straight up 1-to-10 ratio overall with a $91 back in 2000 and 15. Thanksgiving, 2015. Boom, boom. Probably didn't need to that time since I just did. And, say la vie. 1.7, 1.72, whatever. So there's a $10 uppity. Knew that was going to be, but then here's a down low. Because these came in, they were only in those. It was a new piece. This color, especially in plate, are used a lot in the new age Lego Winter Village scenes. So very nice to have when you're upsizing or expanding or mocking out. Good size plate. So took, not bad. Penny and a half, whatever. But buried in those bags, there was some of those. That's good. That's a very mockable piece. And this is obviously still in the period, at least for me, I recognize a lot of pieces as Sentinel parts. A good part. Let's see, so this was 2.5 years ago, and this is what I was picking up 2.5 years ago. Always a great part right there. Something silly about those. That was dumb. Dumb. Green's a good color, but 2x2, 45-degree slope. Never good unless it's in the grays, really. Or white for winter. Looking back, why? Nothing spectacular. Some stuff that's actually been on the pick-a-brick wall so far. Obviously, winter on my mind. Back in the time period where I thought that there'd be more people that would recognize the value of a wedge plate in white for winter scenes. Sort of the way that some rock builders integrate wedge plates and wedges with their mountainside builds to just add in randomness or give it a very granite shaly appearance. But that is that. Nothing spectacular in there. No $30 brick. Of course, top valued item in there would be the dewback, followed by the battle droid. It's got to be a better name than dewback. Battle droid, Star Wars blaster, and then nothing. But oh well. Oh, UCS Yoda. Maybe save that one 2x8 tan brick back and hold off on it for my own put together of UCS Yoda. I don't know. Not really certain, but that's it as far as that one goes. I'm probably, at this point, a third of the way through the shame pile. I'm going to have to do some serious digging in on it. But sort of planned this out seasonally to hopefully be able to accomplish that. Do have a lot of orders to pull tonight, and also some planned experimentation with the RC car. So let's see. I don't think there's anything else that I had mentioned before needed to get back on. Wasn't planning for a really long video this week. So just processing things as far as getting orders out as quickly as possible still. And my anticipation really died down with seeing this. Though, oh well. C'est la vie. It is what it is. I did find a bag of cool parts. A bunch of Rock Raiders, I think, maybe. Parts and pieces. And I think it's a Cerberus. Oh. That was a nice find, just digging around. Finished parting out the 10 pounds of bulk. Trying to get that into the store as quickly as possible. Got all of the new lots in last night, but stayed up until about, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning, getting those put into the store. I did not expect there to be 200 and some odd lots in 10 pounds. I really expected it to be a lot less, but didn't really think about the fact that there might still be stuff that was, I guess, that would be in there that was from 2, 3, and even 4 cycles ago. So that was interesting and also a good to have. Because even though some of them were only onesie twosies, even in the bulk, it was still a good piece. And by this time, it hadn't been in rotation for like 3 rotations, and the price was doing its thingity since then. I feel like if I talk about specifics on things too much, that people will misconstrue my intent with a lot of things. I want to be forthright and forthcoming with tactics and different things like that. But there's people that are in the area of, we just do this for fun. Why do you even, and I'm not talking about selling, I'm just talking about Lego in general. Why do you talk about this aspect of it? This isn't a good thing. But there's so many people that just want to be able to use this to fund their habit, to fund their builds, to fund their child's education, to put a future on it, that there's got to be somebody that's willing to put an assist on it and help them out. If you can't figure out the basic tools with using Bricklink and Brickstock and the whatnot, there's not a lot I can do to help people. But once they do, why should someone not try to assist? So I don't know. It seems counterintuitive. For the most part, most of the people that are the most vocal about the this, that, and the next thing are the ones that could benefit the most for shutting up and listening. I don't mean that in an aggressive way, more of a factual manner. Just I don't know. Anyways, I wasn't trying to soapbox it. Don't think I was. No. Anyways, but so that's all regular time for the airing of the Cellar stream on Sunday, but it will be pre-recorded, so you'll be able to see it at the regular time. You guys can type in the comments as it's going through and pretend that it's real. If there was a way for me to add a comment stream to a pre-recorded video, I would have done that a long time ago, so I knew what you were actually talking about when you made a comment on a video. Because a lot of times it's like something random about what you did. Well, dude, I talked for like, 35 minutes and probably, this much of it was absolutely nothing. So you got to tell me where. Give me a timestamp. But I'm happy to answer comments. Just let me know where you're talking about, what I'm talking about. Because some of the videos that we used to do were recorded months and months ahead when we were in our crazy swoopy holly stages. Looking back and reflecting upon it, maybe that might not have been the best idea. So but I got to do back out of it. That makes this Star Wars kid happy. Have a good week.